HBO Max is putting us all to the test and seeing if we can tell the difference between F-boys and nice guys.
Some of these guys, I feel like they drink a whole container of protein powder per day.
On FBOY Island, 24 eligible bachelors are competing for the hearts of 3 beautiful girls. The only problem? Half the guys are self-proclaimed heartbreakers, only in the competition for the cash prize. With its comedian host, female-centric plot, and secluded Cayman Island vibes, FBOY is definitely setting itself apart from other reality shows. We can't wait to see what shenanigans happen this season.
All guys are F-boys until they prove themselves not to be.
Women in charge. In FBOY Island, the women run the ship. The odds are skewed largely in the girls' favor, considering there are only 3 women and a whopping 24 guys to choose from. Who are the 3 lucky ladies, you might ask? The first is Nakia Renee, a 28-year-old singer-songwriter from Los Angeles, who also posts makeup tutorials on YouTube. Then there's 25-year-old Sarah Emig from Chicago, who works as a social media manager and Instagram influencer. Lastly, we have 30-year-old CJ Franco, who already had over 500,000 Instagram followers before the show and works as a model/influencer. These women are all looking for a real relationship and are hoping that their future love resides on FBOY Island. This female-led component of FBOY Island is very intentional. According to one of the show's producers, we wanted to have an empowered female voice, so we were very much in alliance that we should have a more limited number of women, so that they could be the heroes of the show. We're rooting for the women on the show, since we see things from their perspective, and are trying to figure out if the guys are F-boys or nice guys, at the same exact time as them.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Dang, girl!
Cash prize. The 24 men are competing on FBOY Island to take home the big prize, a hefty sum of $100,000. You have to imagine many are willing to risk it all for that amount of cash.
If it's love or money, I'm choosing money every time.
During the competition, the guys participate in challenges in hopes of earning dates and alone time with the ladies. We're pretty sure that the ladies win money too. It seems that they win more if they choose a nice guy versus an F-boy. But at this point in the series, the exact rules are not totally clear.
Well, we're all good guys here, so.
Funny host. Nikki Glazer, a comedian known for her savage Comedy Central roasts, is the host of FBOY Island. This show is centered around women, so it makes sense that the producers would want a woman to be the host as well. How did she get the gig? Well, the producers were already a huge fan of Nikki, and she was the first person they thought of to host.
We lost 2 F-boys last week and 1... whatever Charlie is claiming to be.
She thought she was being asked if she wanted to be a contestant for the first 5 minutes of the call with the producers. She told Variety, "I thought he was finally fulfilling my dream of being on a reality show as a contestant, and I was so excited because no one ever wants me to be the Bachelorette, and I've been pitching myself for years." Nikki was heavily involved in the creative process, and the jokes we hear are the ones she wrote and wanted to say.
I actually have those jeans. Are those mine?
On top of coming up with zingers, Nikki also serves as a kind of therapist to the 3 leading ladies, guiding them through the drama, and even helps coach one of the guys who's unhappy with his outcome in the competition. Genders are separated. This isn't Love Island, so no beds are shared between the contestants. The girls live in a beautiful villa separate from all the guys. We think this is a good idea, as it gives them a break each night to reflect on all the shenanigans with all the guys that arise during the competition. However, this didn't stop anyone from sneaking off. According to CJ, the girls and I would sometimes rebel and try to sneak back to hang out with the guys. We actually got caught once trying to climb out of the window from our dressing room. Honestly, I have the scars to prove it. It's like everyone's in high school again. Half good guys, half not. The 24 men are grouped into 2 very different teams. Who are the players, and who are the ones genuinely looking for love? The players are only looking for the $100,000 cash prize, and are trying to trick the girls into thinking they actually want a relationship.
You have your way, and I have mine.
Well, your way is a bitch way.
It's the girls' job to figure out which is which, and it can get tough. Some of these guys are very charismatic and charming. The ladies will get to pick who they want to end up with. In the first 3 episodes, the guys who got eliminated reveal whether they're an F-boy or a nice guy. So we do find out everyone's real intentions. However, this brings about some conflict. So far, one of the guys thought of himself as a nice guy, when really the producers labeled him as an F-boy.
I have no idea how this is gonna play out.
Only F-boy. Surprisingly, you can't drop the F-bomb on F-boy Island. Instead, it's only F-boy. It's a surprise that HBO Max, which is known for being one of the most liberal networks, doesn't let this expletive air, especially with such a risque premise. This censoring has angered a lot of fans, with the reviewer even writing on Slate, "Is this to maintain consistent marketing, an attempt to be family-friendly, or is it all just a big joke?" One of the producers defended the title of the show, saying, "For me anyway, it's a term that a lot of people know and a lot of people don't. I think that F-boy is a smoother transition into watching a show that people haven't watched before." The producers think of F-boy Island as a more realistic show than others of its kind, like The Bachelor or Love Island, because in real life, you really do have to weed out people's intentions and find out which ones are genuine and which ones possibly have more ulterior motives. After elimination. Fortunately for the guys, they don't go home immediately after getting booted off the show. Like we mentioned before, at the end of each episode, the guys have to reveal whether they are a nice guy or an F-boy. The nice guys move into something called the Nice Guy Grotto, a luxurious villa where they get to drink all the pina coladas in the world. However, the F-boys move into Limbro, a camp on the beach where they try to work on themselves, live off coconuts, and sleep in cots with the other F-boys. Sounds rough. We felt bad for Peter, because he was the first guy in Limbro and seemed to be living in solitary confinement. At this point in the series, it's unclear what the purpose is for those guys to still be on the show, living in separate camps. Will they come back and have a chance to compete for the girls' hearts again? Will the F-boys ever change their ways? We're excited to see what happens. Pretty lax. We gotta say, other than these post-elimination setups, F-boy Island seems to not have that many rules. Unlike Too Hot to Handle, it seems like hanky-panky and kissing is allowed. So far, a few different couples have made out. The dates are romantic, going on jet skis, paddleboard, and even horses. The drama mostly comes from the guys getting catty with each other.
You feel like what you said was genuine. Nobody here believes anything that you said, bro.
Whereas the girls seem to be allies, supporting each other throughout their quest to find true romantic love. There have been a few twists, like new guys being added, and the guys revealing their competitors' secrets and baggage once they've been eliminated. There are 9 episodes of Season 1 in total, with 3 being released at a time. So far, the first 6 episodes have been released, and you can stream all of them on HBO Max. F-boy Island has been released with a mix of reviews, with a critic from Variety writing, "So if you're looking for anything remotely logical or elevating, F-boy Island is not for you." Then again, F-boy Island isn't trying to be either of those things. Should you decide to take the plunge into the show's inane depths, you probably already know how empty it'll be. Yikes. But still, it's extremely bingeable. The show doesn't seem to take itself too seriously, and we're still very curious to see whether the girls choose a nice guy to win or are tricked by the F-boys. Only time will tell. Have you tuned into F-boy Island yet? And what do you think of its wacky premise? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe to The Things Reality to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest in reality TV news.